Welcome to the Know, I'm Ashley Jenkins. If it wasn't already obvious, Pokemon Go has been declared the big mobile winner of 2016. Apple sent out its year-end "check out the size of our business dong" press release, stating that Pokemon Go was the #1 most downloaded app on the App Store last year. They didn't give any actual hard numbers, but they did say that Super Mario Run is closing in, sitting in the top 10, and considering it only had like 2 weeks in the year, that's pretty impressive. Super Mario Run also made history in the App Store with 40 million downloads in its first 4 days and was the top downloaded for Christmas and New Year's Day. It seems pretty fitting that Pokemon Go took top honors in the mobile department, considering how much of a phenomenon it became towards the end of the summer. I will be eager to see if any other surprise apps have a similar effect in 2017. Just do like a mobile Fire Emblem. Now, we're excited that we're less than a week away from Nintendo's big Switch event, which you'll be able to watch live with us here, by the way. And now there's double the reason to be excited, or maybe that makes it triple the reason to be excited, because the company has announced a separate Treehouse stream to take place the following day. The Live with Nintendo Switch Treehouse event will take place on January 13th at 8:30 a.m. Central Time. That makes it 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time or 6:30 a.m. Pacific, so hope you're an early riser. And we'll treat Nintendo fans to a more in-depth look at all the games shown off at the previous day's event. So not only will we get our first look at the new Switch games next week, we'll also get to know a whole lot more about all of the video games that are coming for it in depth and all at once. Can we start pre-ordering this thing yet? I mean, outside of Italy with that weird placeholder price, please? For all of you eagerly awaiting the crowd-funded Shenmue 3, you might have something else to tide you over while you wait: Shenmue HD remasters. Gematsu reports that Sega has registered 2 domain names pertaining to a potential HD remake: ShenmueHD.com and ShenmueRemastered.com. This shouldn't really come as too much of a surprise. For one, it only makes sense to try and raise awareness of the series before Shenmue 3 comes out so they can sell more copies. And 2, Sega actually talked about the possibility of remasters in the past. Last May, the company said it was investigating how to make it a reality, with most of the hangups having to do with licensing issues. Licensing is also what kept us from getting a GoldenEye HD on the Xbox 360, so fingers crossed that Sega actually figures out how to make this one work. Then you'll be able to recreate all those Shenmue Sailors memes in stunning HD. Someone better call Noctis and Prompto. Square Enix Europe's Twitter account got compromised by some foul-mouthed hackers overnight. The intruders made a few joke posts while also taking shots at both EA and FIFA. In the chaos, which apparently included the hackers blocking a bunch of accounts, the Square Enix account lost more than half of its 150,000 followers. Order was restored earlier today, though, and it looks like the account got its followers back as well. Square Enix even posted an apology, saying, "Sorry about that, folks. That shouldn't have happened. Thanks for your support and understanding over the past few hours." It's no secret that Halo's Master Chief Collection had, well, kind of a rough launch, to put it mildly. The collection had multiple problems, especially the broken multiplayer, which developer 343 Industries tried to address in a series of patches, but that might all be over. There hasn't been an update to the game in over a year, even though problems still exist, and there are signs that 343 may have just thrown in the towel on that one. One player wrote a letter to the studio, and 343's community manager responded with this: "Conversations are still being had, assessments are still being made, and at a minimum, I hope to make good on my pledge to either give fans a legitimate status update or, barring that, face it head on, and even if it's not the news everyone wants, accept it and move forward." Rogue One may have finally met its match in China. Air pollution. The movie opens today there, but attendance could be affected by severely high air pollution levels in much of the country. Beijing and other Chinese cities are currently being hit by pollution levels that are many times above safe levels, according to CBS News, and authorities have ordered students to stay home in some cities. All this could mean that people in China just skip going to the movies this weekend, which, it's like, oh, safety, movies, okay, that's an understandable priority. But it could hurt Rogue One considerably, considering that China is the world's second largest movie market after the US. Sadly, looks like the Force may be no match for good old-fashioned pollution. In the time-honored tradition of media beating the dead horse, it looks like Conan O'Brien's Clueless Gamer segment may get turned into its own TV show altogether, after reports that O'Brien's late-night show was possibly getting canned and turned into a weekly segment. TBS boss Kevin Riley took to The Hollywood Reporter to set the record straight and, in fact, insisted that Conan will be on TBS more, not less. One of the ways he revealed we'll be seeing more Conan is through a brand new Clueless Gamer TV show where Conan makes fun of video games alongside other celebrities. Riley said, "We've gotten to the point where video game companies are sending us their new product for us to play and make fun of because it's been such a huge success. Judging by recent rumors, the segment might actually be more popular than the real show, but come on, 30 minutes of gameplay, it's gonna get old really fast, won't it?" Just kidding. We live on YouTube where Let's Plays are a huge thing. It's gonna be just fine. Almost 20 years after Deep Impact and Armageddon, the White House has finally come up with a plan for dealing with an asteroid impact. They've been working on it ever since those movies came out. The government released a document this week outlining its strategy for national near-Earth object preparedness. It lists 7 goals, including improving the country's NEO tracking and classifying abilities, figuring out how to move or blow up threatening NEOs, and making our models and predictions better. The document also says we need to come up with emergency procedures in case any NEOs can't be deflected. There's no indication that any of this will actually result in concrete action, but luckily none of the plans involve any new Aerosmith songs or anything like that, new asteroid movies. We're good there, unless maybe Morgan Freeman is president again, and then it's okay. It could happen, right? He would be the most charismatic president ever. Everyone would just listen to him and do what he says. I hope he uses that power for good. That's all the news we have for today. Let us know what you think of today's stories in the comments below. And for more news from every corner of the internet, like this video and subscribe to the Know. Yeah, although everyone will notice once the shadow goes. That's the Heartless. So as soon as we, that's like the one thing we constantly get comments about is like, what is that black thing? And someone's like, oh, it's a Heartless from Kingdom Hearts. So people are always asking about that one in particular.
We just gotta get a nobody and then replace it.
There we go.